For the SmackDown Women's Championship, it was a triple threat match. Carmella versus Charlotte, Flair versus Becky Lynch. Really not that great of a match. It was okay. I thought they made the most of the three-way stipulation. It could have gone any way. I mean, I guess I enjoyed it because any woman could have won this thing. From an in-ring standpoint, it wasn't a blowaway at all. But Charlotte did lay out Becky. Becky had Carmella in the disarmer. Charlotte came in, laid out Becky with the bow down to the queen or whatever it's called. And that was it. And pinned, I think, Carmella, if I'm not mistaken, to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. She might have pinned Becky, I don't know. But anyway, point being that Charlotte is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Afterward, her and Becky embraced. Crowd booed because they want to see something happen. Becky turns on Charlotte. Crowd goes nuts. In a good way. That's the loudest pop I've heard for Becky in a long time, if not ever. And it was technically her heel turn. Now, this was not a one-night thing. Now, I know SmackDown was in the same site on Tuesday at the Barclays Center, which, again, I said I was at. So I could tell you. I mean, actually, you know what? I'll save it for that. I'll talk about the Becky and Charlotte thing in a couple minutes. But it's you know what? Fuck it. I'll just talk about it now. The thing with this Becky-Charlotte feud, program, whatever, they're going to have great matches. It's the biggest feud they can do right now. Carmella sucks. I'm glad they took the championship off of her. And this is nothing new. This is not rocket science. But Becky and Charlotte are completely miscast in their current roles. Becky as a heel is fine. I think she's going to be a lot like Sami Zayn, where she's a natural babyface. It's a lot easier to like her than it is to hate her. But she's going to roll with it and do a great job as a heel. Look at Sami Zayn. The guy went heel when he didn't really even need to, but he became one of the most entertaining heels on SmackDown. Hopefully we could see something similar with Becky Lynch. Her promo on Tuesday was amazing. The logic was there. Her reasoning for turning on Charlotte was sound. It was logical. I don't get what they're going for here. I don't fucking get it at all. Because Charlotte, it's so easy to not like her just in general, but based off this story, she came in when she didn't really deserve an opportunity at the belt in the first place. She won the belt from her best friend. I know Becky wasn't the champion, but Becky should have won the championship, and she came close anyway. Charlotte won it from under her nose. And of course, Becky will be frustrated, but really, at the end of the day, people want to side with Becky because she's a genuine underdog, and people like her, and they want to root for her. Charlotte is a natural heel. So the roles here are all reversed. They should be reversed. It's all fucked up. Becky got a great reaction on Tuesday. Great babyface reaction. Some people booed her, but it was largely Becky who was cheered here over Charlotte. Charlotte came out to a chorus of boos. The brawl was great. I enjoyed it. Like I said, their matches could be amazing. We know this based off their feud from a few years ago when they feuded over the Divas Championship. And again, at that point, it was Charlotte as the heel and Becky as the babyface. And maybe in their mind, we've seen that before, we can't do that again, because Charlotte and Becky were friends with Team PCB, and then Charlotte turned on Becky. So that was how that whole feud started. That was really how Charlotte went heel on the main roster, was by turning on Becky. And she became one of the best heels in WWE that year. So again, maybe they're thinking, oh, we've seen this before, we can't do it again, so we got to reverse the roles. I get for something new, I understand that, but that was 2 years ago. We could always see it again. I just think Charlotte as a babyface just doesn't work. It really doesn't. So again, maybe it's a Brooklyn thing. Maybe fucking Nashville, Tennessee will be different. Maybe Omaha, Nebraska will cheer Charlotte over Becky. But currently, they are totally miscast. And it should be the other way around, with Charlotte as the heel and Becky as the babyface. But at the very least, we know the matches are going to be great. I would wait until... I'm sure they're going to do a match at Summers at Hell in the Cell. They are giving Carmella her contractually obligated rematch at next week on SmackDown and not waiting until the pay-per-view, which is good. I really have no desire to see Charlotte and Carmella again at the event, like Backlash, which was terrible. That being said, though, I think they can do another big match at Evolution, maybe even headline Evolution. I could see Ronda Rousey headlining, of course. That would not surprise me. But Becky and Charlotte right beneath that for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Maybe Becky, losers are cool at Hell in the Cell, gets DQ'd, and then Becky wins the belt at Evolution. Whatever the case may be, I think their series of matches coming up, regardless of the roles they're currently in, are going to be some barn burners. So get ready for that.